Okay, thanks for joining us for another segment of Camp Cooking. Got my good friend Adrian here. Adrian, when it comes to steak cuts, this one I want to feature when would be the appropriate time to do a dry rub versus a marinade.
I think it's time. That's the thing, right? You've got a lot of time in advance. You're planning this. Let's say it's a dinner. It's the morning and you want to do dinner that evening, or even the next day. I would do, like we spoke about,
A marinade.
wet marinade, exactly.
Because a marinade, you're really trying to break down that meat. A dry rub, you're infusing flavor on the outside.
Exactly.
All right, so what we're going to start with is a beautiful whitetail backstrap. This is off the same deer. One of the things I like to do is I leave my backstraps in sections versus, like, it always gives you the option of cutting it into medallions at this time versus that choice is already made
If
for
you pre-cut it.
If you pre-cut
right,
that.
it's finished.
So we're going to start the marinade first. This is going to take the longest. You can clip that. Pass that back. Like, you can certainly tell with this whitetail backstrap, it's a very lean cut of meat, right?
Absolutely.
Gonna salt the outside. Pepper that at the same time. Put a couple.
Yeah, just give that a nice coating, right?
Yeah, what I'm gonna try to do is just cover the whole outside of it so you're not just getting that marinade in on the bottom. One of the things I've picked up on is just ginger ale. Yeah. It breaks down that meat. I started using this maybe 2 years ago, and it doesn't really add a whole lot to the flavor. It just really is for the purpose of breaking down that meat. Probably set that in the fridge for 4 to 6 hours.
Exactly.
So if you know you're having people over, a marinade is more something you're gonna do. Let it sit, you've got the time. Okay, so we've had that steak in the fridge marinating for 4 hours. Walk us through a dry rub.
I was going to say, yeah, this is actually one of my favorite ways to do it. To get that kind of soft, tender steak, like you want to cut cross grain, cutting it up into medallions in advance allows for more surface area.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to get that rub
exactly.
on each side. Yeah.
So I want to keep them a little thicker because that venison is super lean and it could dry out.
And you're cutting probably a good
inch and a half. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know, a piece like this is a third of the back strap. Mm-hmm. I mean, right away, like you're getting at least 5 steaks per, which is kind of nice. So my thoughts were literally just to give each piece, or each steak, just a few pieces of garlic as a garnish. And then not to overpower the meat, like today's seasonings are quite delicious, but I still enjoy the flavor of venison, you know? There we go.
Whew. Nice.
It's got a nice fragrance to it too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll grab mine out of the fridge.
Perfect.
All right, let's go throw them on the grill.
Yeah.
These basically want to sear on the outside, cook on a high heat. So I've set the grill for 440. We're a little bit past that right now. Got some asparagus, some baked potatoes.
I figure what, maybe just over 5 minutes per side, let's say?
I would say so. All right, now that we're back inside the camp, we've got our meat off the grill. We've let it set for just a few minutes. Now I'm gonna start slicing this medallion. You can start to plate.
I'm gonna load up these potatoes here, Taylor, while you're doing the same thing.
There's your dry rub.
Versus the marinade. Well, cheers, buddy. You can still taste the venison. Mm-hmm. It's got a really nice aromatic flavor, which I think is complemented by the smoke right away. Brings it out. These steak fingers look lovely. Yeah. Really juicy. That sear like locks in the moisture.
I will say the marinade's a bit softer, right?
Okay, like the flavor or the texture?
The texture.
Okay, yeah.
There you have it. Rub versus a marinade. Another segment of Camp Cooking.